Alright guys, in this video we're going to be doing something I don't do too much on the channel, but I do want to do more, and that is essentially just do some battle videos, try out new decks, hop into battles, see how they do, and just have more gameplay on the channel. So that's exactly what we're going to do, and I'm going to be hopping into ranked for the first time and finally take the plunge. And the brand new deck we're going to be trying out for the first time is an Alolan Muk EX deck. My boy put me onto this deck. It sounded sick. I do want to try out, so shout out, bro. Love you for real. But if you don't know what Alolan Muk does, he will use the move Chemical Plant, which will give us a base 80 damage on the enemy's mon, and then at random choose a status condition from Sleep, Burn, Confusion, Paralysis, or Poison to inflict on the enemy mon. However, this is where things get techie. We're going to be equipping Alolan Muk with the Pokemon tool Poison Barb, so whenever an enemy's mon will attack us, they will be inflicted with poison, which means at random, Muk will choose a different status condition to inflict, because we can inflict up to 2 status conditions at once, which means we can double up with Poison and Sleep, Poison and Burn, Poison and Paralysis, and be an absolute villain. And that is where my boy's influence kind of wears off. The rest of the deck is pretty much what I wanted to do. So Darkrai EX is in there for some chip damage on the bench. We've got healing, we've got Pokeballs, Professor's Research, Cyrus, the kind of usual cards we'll be using. We've even got Mars, Team Rocket Grunt in there. Basically things to just be a nuisance to whoever we're facing. First duel, let's see how this game goes. Let's see how this deck plays out. So we already have an Alolan Grimer and also a Darkrai EX. Now, I don't know when we're going to get a Muk, so I could actually put Darkrai into the active spot and just kind of soak up some damage with him, and then maybe just start inflicting chip damage. Or we can go straight with the Alolan Grimer. I'm going to go with the Alolan Grimer, and then I'm going to put Darkrai on the bench. We have 2 potions. If only one of those was like a Professor's Research. Starting with just a Glameow. We're rocking with that Solgaleo playmat, by the way. The Solgaleo set stuff looks so good. That's another card I really want to try out, but I've only got 1 Solgaleo, so I can't really do that just yet. Once I get a second one, though, I do have a Solgaleo deck in mind that I do want to try. Because I heard Solgaleo is pretty good, especially with the ability it has by switching itself into the active spot. That way you don't have to use any items. So we're rocking out with a fossil deck. I see you. I see you rocking out with a fossil deck. I respect it. I respect it. 40 damage is quite a lot of damage to take early on. We're not getting no Alolan Muk, so I'm actually going to start building up one of the Darkrai's. At least that way we can actually start doing some damage and have a mon ready to hop into the active spot to start dealing out some damage. Bit of a slow start. Bit of a slow start. We don't even have a Poison Barb in our hand either. But it is what it is. And we have another Alolan Grimer, so I'm going to put that one on the bench. And I'm essentially going to let the Alolan Grimer in the active spot just soak up damage. Just sit there and soak up damage, because we don't have no Alolan Muks just yet. What does Perugly do? Your opponent reveals their hand, choose a card you find in there, shuffle it to your opponent's deck. Okay, I got you. Potion's gone. That's all good. I don't mind. We do have a second. That's all good. So since we don't have no Alolan Muks, I will put Darkrai in the active spot. Watch me now draw one. Watch me now draw one. Yeah, there we go. I mean, that's all good. We'll do that. And then we will just give another energy to Darkrai. And then we'll get Perugly out the way. With our 80 damage Dark Prism. Get over with your chunky self with your cankles. Imagine having 4 cankly legs. Could never be me. Could never be me. Well, it will never be me because I'm not a cat and I only have 2 legs. Anyway. Anyway. So I could actually carry on doing chip damage, but instead, I'm going to start putting energy on Muk. See, I wish I had a card. I wish there was a card for dark types. Similar-ish to water types. Maybe not exactly the way Misty functions, but just some way to just generate darkness energy quicker. Just a bit quicker. But then maybe that'll be a little bit broken, especially when you have mons such as Darkrai, who literally just get free chip damage. See, I don't even need to go for the chip. We win. We win. Muk didn't even get to have an appearance. It was all Darkrai. It was all chip damage and Dark Prism. See? We've gone through about 3 sets, and Darkrai EX is still probably one of the best cards in the game, just because there's so many combinations that you can put with him. Second battle, the first one went fairly smooth, but we didn't even get to use our Alolan Muk. Hopefully we actually get to show him off the second time round. This is my first time using this, so no Darkrai. We've already got an Alolan Muk, which is good. First time using this, you know. As I said, the influence from my boy on this deck literally wore off very quickly. Essentially, it was just use Alolan Muk with Poison Barb. As I said, the rest of the deck is purely what I've built. So this might not even be the best way to have this deck. And as I said, it's just the way I've ended up building it. So let me use a Professor's Research. Can we get a Poison Barb into our hand early? No. We do have another Alolan Muk. I could use a Pokeball, but there's no point getting a second Darkrai because we already have both our Alolan Grimers here. I can either go for just immediate chip damage, or I can already start giving Grimer some energy. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Grimer. See, this is why I would love Darkness and Dark type decks and Dark type Mons, to get some type of trainer card, some type of Mon that can just generate Darkness energy quicker. But I said, I'm thinking it might be a little bit broken when you have cards like Darkrai existing. So I'm actually not going to put him down just yet, because at least this way I can actually attack with Sludge Toss. I could have used the other Grimer as well, which can actually inflict poison straight away. But I thought that while that is a 1 less cost move, it does mean that we miss out on some early, you know, kind of base damage that we can do. So we're going to give you your free energy. We're going to pop Alolan Muk down. I'm going to go for Chemical Plant. Not that we're going to get to see any of these status conditions, because Rattata is dead. I mean, he did pick up the burn, which I'm not going to lie, coupled with Poison Barb would have been really nice, because poison and burn at the same time, you're just doubling up your damage. Doubling up that damage. That's one I definitely want to see. That's all good. That's all good. Actually, any just 2 status conditions combined with poison is just pretty sick. Let's get that chip damage in. Not that, again, that we need it, but we might as well. And I'm going to put an Alolan Grimer on the bench as well, just so we have another one backed up. You know, we might as well heal this one. I don't think we need to. I think we've got the dub in the bag no matter what we do. So what status condition would we have got? We would have walked away with Sleep. Imagine Sleep and Poison. Especially if the person you're facing does not get lucky with the coin toss. Yeah. You can just sit there and just deal damage non-stop to whatever Mon they've got. See, not to be rude, are we facing a bot? Because this deck seems really odd. I'm seeing Machoke, Onyx. I'm seeing Pidgeotto. I'm seeing, what you called again? Venipede. Like, this is such a mishmash of a deck. And this has been fairly easy to do. And this should be... No, this might be game. If we get poison or we get burn, this actually might be game. Because then we'll get that status condition inflict damage. We've got paralysis. I mean, not that he can do anything with his Onyx anyway, because he's only 1 out of 3 energy built up. These early games in ranked, I mean, we're only on the 2nd, but these early games seem pretty easy. We still don't have a Poison Barb. Do you know what? I'm gonna let the Muk finish this off. You're the main reason why I built this deck. I'm gonna let you get the dub for us. But already we got 2 dubs from 2 in ranked. I mean, so far these decks have been pretty... They're not packing as much heat. I know there's some meta decks probably coming, so I'll take these early wins. But I mean, we are in the beginner ranks, but I still haven't managed to get this combo running. Maybe I've built this deck a little bit wrong, but I want to see Poison Barb and Muk really come into effect. This guy had some pretty serious badges on there, especially that middle badge. So maybe we'll be facing a pretty heated deck. So we've got our Poison Barb, which is good. So do you know what? I'm going to put Darkrai in the active spot. Because again, don't know when we're going to get an Alolan Muk. And then we'll go from there. Dialga EX. The Dialga with the Solgaleo is a pretty good combination, and that's the one I kind of want to go for. Do you know what? We'll also do this as well. We'll get our deck moving. It doesn't really matter who we get. We've got another Darkrai. Now, I could put the Poison Barb immediately onto someone. To be fair, even if we put it on Darkrai, we can still afflict poison and then get Muk out and then start inflicting status conditions, or just use our other Poison Barb on Muk. I think while Darkrai is just chilling in that active spot, I will have the Poison Barb on him. Because it'll probably also allow this guy, or cause this guy to play a bit cautious. Do I want to play this now? You know, I'm going to play that now. Since I've already used a Poison Barb and I want to get a Muk and maybe another Poison Barb, I'm going to use it now. Another Poison Barb, Potion. I mean, we got another Poison Barb, which is good, but I was hoping we got a Muk. That would have been ideal. One Poison Barb, one EX Muk. We could have started cooking. Now, the question is, did I end up helping this guy just reshuffle his hand? Got a Snorlax as well. I mean, to be fair, it makes sense why he's using Dialga, because this is colorless energy. Right, let's start getting some chip damage on. Just to whittle that Dialga down, because that will guarantee us 2 points. Not to mention he's going to build up to use Metal Turbo, and then probably keep using Metal Turbo to give Snorlax energy, considering Snorlax is a normal type and needs colorless. So it doesn't matter what he gets. So Dialga's poisoned, which means no matter what this turn anyway, or next turn, if we put an energy onto Darkrai, that is guaranteed 20. And then the poison will give us a guaranteed 10. So no matter what, we're doing 30 damage. There's our Muk. So let's start building one of these up. Let's see if Kazupon knows what's coming. Does he know what's coming? He doesn't know I've got a second Poison Barb. That's for sure. He doesn't know I've got a second Poison Barb waiting for him. And now he's going to use Metal Turbo again, right? I mean, you best have an X speed in your hand. Otherwise, Dialga isn't going anywhere. He's got 2. Okay. Are you going to put it on the new one? Or are you going to fully beef out the Snorlax you're already building up? Okay, cool. Metal Turbo. That's fine. Darkrai's there, just there to just soak. He's going to start building both. Now, at least with Snorlax using... What's the move called? Collapse. At least he will sleep. And the good thing is, we have mons that... Muk's a beefy mon. You know, you're talking 160 HP. So, do you know what? I'm going to use one potion on Darkrai. Just to let him sit there. Just to let him sit there. And we'll slowly build the Muk up. And then Dialga can slowly whittle down with that poison. To be fair, I do need my own X speed. I'm talking all this smoke like I don't need an X speed for myself. Right, that's going to one-shot Darkrai. But that's fine. Because this now means Snorlax is poisoned. And that is what we wanted. And then next turn, Muk immediately goes into that active spot. And it means we get to inflict another status condition to him. Actually, maybe not, because Snorlax has already put himself to sleep. Are you going to stay asleep? You are staying asleep. All right, so you're sleeping and you're snoozing and you're poisoned. I'm going to pop Mars just to be a bit of a nuisance, bit of an annoyance. I've never actually faced a Snorlax deck before, so this is a first for me. So we're going to put Poison Barb on Muk. And now we can drop 80 damage with the Chemical Plant. So no matter what, we're doing guaranteed 90 damage this turn. Which is pretty decent on a 130 HP Mon. Paralysis on there. So actually, we've got 3 status conditions, no? No, but just the 2. Just the 2. I mean, that's fine. Hopefully, we win the coin toss. Stay paralyzed. Let that big boy stay paralyzed. Let him stay still. Stagnant. Another Mon with cankles. Actually, I say cankles. You can't even see them. Just round. Just round. Let that big boy stay still. He out of breath. He wheezing. Because that is a 4 retreat cost mon, even with an X speed. Unless they have a leaf in their deck. Right, they lost the paralysis, but literally 30 damage of Snorlax is gone. Do you know what? I'm not going to use that just yet. I'm not going to use that just yet. Let me do... It doesn't really matter. We could start actually building up the other one, but I'm going to do the Darkrai instead. I don't actually need to attack. That's the funny thing. But we might as well. We're going to save the Team Rocket Grunt because that way we can remove all the energy off that Snorlax that's now going to be moved into the active spot. The good thing is we can tank one of Snorlax collapses, which means we get the guaranteed poison on Snorlax. And then next turn we can use Team Rocket's Grunt and completely wipe all of Snorlax energy, which means that Snorlax is just there. It's just there. As I said, stagnant, round, can't move, wheezing, too big. Oh, that's fine. Poison Barb, guaranteed poison, so that's an extra 10 damage for us. And now Snorlax is asleep. Are they going to get the coin toss to wake him up? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine, because you're going to get inflicted with another status condition now. So there's no point actually healing him, but I'm going to do it anyway, just to beef ourselves up. So we're going to get some chip damage from Darkrai. So that's 20. Actually, do we even need to use the Team Rocket Grunt? Yes, just in case, because we're not going to get... We might not get the kill this turn. So because it's not guaranteed, how much energy can we get rid of? There's one. I'll take that. I'll take that. I mean, it's an inconvenience-ish. It means the energy has to go on Snorlax. Actually, no. It taking one kind of shegs us. Yeah, no, it only taking one shegs us. We need the paralysis. We need... Actually, no. We might be good. No, you're going to switch him into the active spot, aren't you? Oh, we're good. We're good. We get the dub. We secure the dub. We're all good. We're all good. I'm going to be jammy as well. I'm going to let Darkrai... Oh, no, we haven't secured the dub. I'm jumping the gun. I'm jumping the gun. We haven't secured the dub. We're 2 for 2. We're 2 for 2. I forgot. We only had 1 point. Solgaleo, surely. Surely Solgaleo goes into that active spot. Or you're going to try start building up the Dialga again. We're going to go for Kazupon. Kazupon, what are you going to go for? Cool. So that artwork, by the way, this artwork is so nice. So nice. Although, literally one hit from... I don't think we get anything left in our deck, have we? No, we do. X speeds and Pokeballs. We need paralysis or sleep. Yes! Now we just need to win the coin toss. Yes! Love that. Love that. Oh, you're okay. You're really trying to beef your mons up. Solgaleo is still asleep though. Go on, give it to me a second time. Yes! Yes! Now, do I use Osiris? To be fair, it doesn't matter if we use Osiris because he can just use Solgaleo's ability and just immediately shift him into the active spot. So let's get some chip damage with Darkrai. And we'll go again. We have the Poison Barb right now, but we can't really make the most of it considering if we get hit, Muk does die. To be fair, would it have been the play to actually shift another mon in? Actually, that probably would have been the play. I should have used the X speed. And got Darkrai in instead, because Darkrai would have survived Solgaleo's attack. And then we could have just used Dark Prism. Oh, we're all good. We still get the dub. We still got the dub. We still got the dub. It came close. I probably should have used the X speed and dipped Muk out and got Darkrai in. But we still got the dub. I'm liking this deck. This deck is juicy. 3 wins from 3. I'll take that. 3 dubs in the bag. No status conditions. are menacing. For our first few ranked games, I'll take 3 wins from 3. You know, we're only in beginner rank. The decks weren't too crazy. I know the meta decks are pretty nuts in this game, and we're yet to face some of those, but I'm seeing the potential with this Alolan Muk deck. It can be pretty menacing. This deck can turn you to a villain. As I said, shout out to my boy for this deck. Other than the Alolan Muk and the Poison Barb, the deck was pretty much my own idea. Could it have been built better? Sure. But I do like the Darkrai and Muk combination. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I do want to do more gameplay videos when it comes to TCG Pocket, so I promise I'll try to stay on that. Let me know some deck ideas down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great day, and peace.